All right, good morning, everybody. Let's go ahead and do a mic test and visual. If you guys can hear and see, just give me a yes, please. All right, good deal. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday Eve. It is 8 o'clock here Central Time, the 19th of November. Let's go ahead and get started. Talk about the ES futures. This should be pretty straightforward. You can see here that price has moved down close to the green box. All right. So sometimes I may be off a point or so. And that's okay. But typically, if you've been watching me for quite some time, then you know that, let's just make sure we can hear over here. Okay, they can see me on WebEx. Good. All right, so typically when I'm off, all right, price wants to come back and touch that box. You guys know that. So how many times have we seen something where price comes into this yellow line or close to the yellow line or close to the pink line, right? And we're like, hey, it never touched it, right? And we just kind of like bobble around in there. And then at some point, it comes right back down and we touch those lines. All right. So this morning, what's important, I just want to concentrate here, is looking at, you can look at the 4 hour or the 2 hour. The 2 hour I like because it's Thursday. We want something a little bit lower. All right. But for now, okay, this is the plan right here. And you guys know as soon as we open, I'm going to go to a 5 minute. I'm going to use the trendy indicator called the PMZ, and I'll probably most likely take a trade out of that box or to the downside, one of the two, okay? So here, all right, we have the 9 EMA. This is resistance until it's not. If price pops up into here, I'd be careful. All right. It's also somewhat confluent with the line in the sand. We know that when price is under any of my lines, especially the line in the sand or the EMA, we look for this to be resistance. Let me go ahead and draw this for you. If for some reason we start to move up here, we need a close over this. Okay. So once you hit here, go to a smaller time frame and look at something that fits you for the day, whether it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, somewhere in there. All right. But again, it's Thursday. So if you're playing weeklies, very important to pay attention to the smaller time frame. All right. If we resist here, I would expect price to come back into this green box here. All right. If we continue down right here, this guy right there, I don't have a line in here and I need to get one for you really quick. I'd expect buyers to come in at or around this level. Okay. Around 35.33, buy the trendy edge at 35.25. Okay. So again, looking like this, just like that. All right. And don't worry about trying to find the bottom. Everybody has a tendency to want to buy a falling knife, as they would say. Wait for the reclaim. Wait for the reclaim of a major level, whatever. If it's a trendy level or if it's your own level, wait for it to flush. Look for buyers to come in. Once you can see that they want it, stops go in and look to trade to the upside. And honestly, if you don't know anything else, use an EMA. Figure out what time frame you want. Use that EMA as a target, okay? And you'll notice when price comes up, you can trim there, okay? So that's the idea for ES futures. Again, we didn't quite come into the green box, but if we do, these are the levels that I'm looking for. All right, either the touch of the top, 35.39, 35.40, and then possibly down to 35.33. If we push up, resistance right now, 3566 and roughly 3570. If we can hold over this for about 10 to 30 minutes, then we could see a nice push all the way up into 75.84 and then probably stall out for the day around 3600. Okay, that's the bullish side. Let's go ahead and move on. Let's look at some other names. Workhorse. Okay, this guy's looking pretty good. It's at 23.03. This is what we call an AC/DC setup. All right. So AC/DC equals ME. Sounds pretty brilliant, right? It is pretty brilliant. It's one of my best setups. I love it. This is what I like. This is the accelerator, decelerator, prices between here. As long as price is going to hold down here at 21, bigger one, I'm looking for 25.57, 27.35, 28.84. Okay. If you're trading short time frame just for today, then maybe perhaps decrease this time and notice that right now the 2 hour is living up to its trend. It's just helping you stay in trend. That's it. One tip for you today, if you're new to trading or even if you're old at trading, right? If you're a veteran, is that I personally wait for the candles to close. It's one of the hardest things for most traders to do. Okay. Notice that this right here, it broke down underneath the 9 EMA. A lot of traders would get stopped out of here. For me, I'm going to wait that entire 2 hours if I'm on a 2 hour time frame, and I got to see that it can hold up. Okay. If it holds up, then I continue trading it. Same thing here going into today. Again, targets to the upside for workhorse. Let's go into COTY. All right, here's one. Depending on what you want to look at, let's go to the 4 hour really fast. All right, now this, just so you understand, there is price over here to the left and further up. We have the trendy edge up here, this blue line. This is your higher time frame. Right here, just a couple notes, moving nicely with its collaboration with Google. Depending on what you're looking at, whether it's a weekly, longer, I'll probably take shares on this. It's pretty cheap. I'm not even sure they have options on it. My biggest thing is if 441 can hold, I'm looking for 628, 718, and then above this, I have higher time frame targets that I can find. But we'll wait until we get there. As you can see, it's nice little downtrend here, but moving very nicely over the last several weeks. It could be getting to its you know point where it's going to resist right up here around the trendy edge, and then I'd expect it to come back down. However, if this thing gets momentum and it continues up here, the range here is magnificent. It really is. Right here is where I'd be concerned. Okay, price can come up here, kind of do this thing for a week or two, but it starts to break above here. You definitely want to know. If I were you, I'd be setting alerts above the 718 area. Give it 1 to 3 days once it gets above there, then I would be thinking about the long if you're not into it right now. Okay, just set an alert above this edge, wait for it to hold 1 to 3 days, then I'm looking for a move all the way up into 13. Keep this guy on your radar. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and look at Square. All right, Square's at 191. All right, and we're going to come over here and look at it from a 4 hour perspective. Just looking at intraday for right now. This is neutral starter area. Basically, that area is 193.65. Okay, the top. All right, 193.65. And then below here, this pink line. Okay, 188.80. That's all neutral in there. Okay, all neutral. So you can either one, do nothing in the neutral, two, wait until it reclaims above that 193, okay, 193.65 area. And then once we reclaim, we know the bulls are in charge. We'll look for that move up into possibly 203. My extension targets right now for Square 208 by 215, couple weeks out, as long as the pink line holds. Now, what if it drops back? That's very, very important. What I like is when we have strong names that are trending, okay, and we pull back to major levels. Let's just say the major level is blue in this situation. Just like this, we're going to set an alert above that blue. Wait until it comes back, leave it alone. Once it trips that, that's where I get in. My stops go in with my risk tolerance, and I look to trade it to the upside. Because the bigger picture, folks, is that this thing is on an uptrend unless it breaks below certain levels that I teach. All right, very straightforward. Starters above this major level here, then I can look to add. If I'm wrong and we break down, then the starter doesn't kill me. Okay, that's Square. My stop here long term is 183.81. Shorter term, today, if you were to break out over the yellow, I would just keep that stop right around this 193.40 area. Okay, all right. So that's SQ. Let's go ahead and go to my next favorite. This little guy's been working really well for us. Solo. You gotta like this picture, right? Look at this solo. Let me go ahead. Nice flag, shorter term. You can use the 7.35 as a buy or stop depending on when you get in. Okay, again, this is just my opinions. Longer term, 6.48 stop, targets above, and I will add additional targets when those come. Okay, so let's go ahead and just kind of run through this. You can see here a nice flag. You can see we are holding the trendy edge. That is the yellow line. Notice that every time price gets closer to this trendy edge, it is resistance. Again, to remind everybody, any line above on my charts are resistance or supply, or a Fibonacci extension, or a Fibonacci level. Down below, I do have a stop in place around 648. looking for a move into 829 and 9. Now, the risk to reward doesn't sound that great. And again, it kind of depends on what you're trading for. I'm showing you a 4H candle, longer term 648, shorter term for today, probably more like 690 to 7. All right, still not bad. 50 cents of risk. Look for a potential move into 829, possibly into 9. Okay. Keep your eye on those EV stocks. All right, let's go to LI. I didn't tell you that I was going to look at LI, but let's just go ahead. This was the plan from the other day, and you could see how well this worked. It dipped into the neutral, it pushed up into my target, and it's close to higher on the curve. That's what we say, okay? Higher on the curve. So if your curve looks like this is low on the curve, this is high on the curve. When you take a trade from the neutral, you look to get out when you're higher on the curve. This is where selling happens. Unfortunately, if you're the person that buys high and sells low, then I can really help you out by giving you something great levels to give you entry and stop points and targets, okay? So again, we're higher on the curve. Now we digest the move. Okay, so watch LI here. 35.29 holds. Look for a move in a 38.80. 38.80 breaks. Look for that move into this pivot high up here. Okay, 31.89, 29.60. Neutral, pushed up today. 35.29 holds. Look for a move in a 38.80. Resistance again, builds. Then you start to see 41 plus. All right, there's LI. And then our next one, just really quick, we're going to look at Billy. This was one of our members who brought this up, and I took a look. So I just wanted to show you. Let's go to the weekly. All right, so each one of these arrows, I love standard deviations and so forth. And you could do this just by, just to show you guys really quick, you could do something like this where you just create a trend line itself, right? And a lot of people don't know this, so you do this and then you just right click on this arrow and you can duplicate the arrow. And this is how you can find out that patterns do exist in the stock market. When you're measuring this pivot high to pivot low, these are actually the same. And look at this. This is what we call a standard deviation. Okay? Standard deviation. These are both the same. All right. Now the standard deviation, if it were to break down here, then you would see price move down into this level, which really there's a lot of nice support in here. Now that's the bearish side, all right? Now it's at 49.52. Today's big level on Billy is 48.61. Okay, if it can't hold 48.61, I would continue looking for this thing to move down in or around 46 and possibly 44. If it does hold that area, it's a neutral right now. Needs to get over this pivot high around 51.10. Then we start to see the move into 53.95. If this, then that on BILI. Okay. All right. So I'm going to leave it right there. Then going to ask you guys if you have any suggestions, please let me know. If you have a chart that you want me to look at. I can't play music in the beginning because they keep, throwing that copyright thing at me. So some of my videos have disappeared. That happens. Let's go to ride. All right. See how I just typed that into the room? A lot of places to type here. All right, this is a beautiful chart. I mean, seriously, it is. I love this. This speaks trendy all over the place, and I know you guys tore this up. Omer, I'm not sure if you actually gave us the insight on getting in ride. Did he, guys? Did Omer tell us, or did he come back afterwards and say, "Oh man, I got 1,000%, dude. We need the entry right before you take the trade, right?" He's gonna find it now. He's gonna let us know. He's gonna let us know now, man. He's getting hyped up. Anyways, this has got trendy written all over it, folks. Price breaks down. It reclaims the trendy edge. We look to go long. Stops go in. I think Omer did 1,000% on this bad boy. It moved into the next trendy edge. Guess what? If it can hold this level, this is longer term, 25.30. Okay, you're looking for a move right into the ATH. I love this pattern. It's very common in the market. Let's go ahead and draw it. I call it a U. Some people call it a cup. It pulls back and then it breaks out. All right. So here we go. 3180. I'm going to show you how to use a Fibonacci extension real quick. Fibonacci extensions are really, really powerful when you do not have candles to the left. So you have no structure over here to do anything, then you have to use Fibonacci extensions. Okay? You have to. That's what I tell people. If you don't know how to, you're missing out. In this case, if we're talking longer term, I'm going to take it from the most recent rally. So I'm going to start right down here. And I'm going to come up to the pivot high. I'm going to double click right there. And this is going to give me my 23 to my 50. Okay? That's about where I want to be because this has a little bit of momentum in it. I'm going to go ahead and erase those just to make it nice and clean. Okay, and you can do, if you like boxes to say, hey, we might turn around right here. You could do something like this. Make this guy red right in here. Make it pretty, just like that. There you go. So you got a nice little red box up here. We have our pivot level down here. Okay, and I'm just going to leave it there right underneath the trendy edge. So 25 holds. I'm looking for a move into the ATH. ATH, I'd like to put this on here just so you guys all know. Boom. There's your blueprint. So how do you do this? Well, if price comes back down under here, I want to take it on the reclaim. Boom, right there. Stops go in, and then I'm pushing up towards this. Okay, trim right in this area, and then here, definitely trim. Okay, if it starts pulling back even more, then that's when you start paying attention to the EMA. Okay, the 9 EMA right here. Price will most likely visit that area. All right, so that's your blueprint. All right, so I'll just throw this in the room for you. And then let's go ahead and move down here. Let's look at target. Is my chart real time? Yes, definitely. Is it? Yeah, it's definitely real time. All right. So here we go here. All right, here's target. This one, again, above the trendy edge. Guys, I can't make this stuff up. Everybody in the room knows, anybody that's watching out there that's not a member, probably like, damn, right? These levels are no joke. Once we go bid here, look for a move up into this edge. You can see we're holding that. As far as target is concerned, it looks great. Congrats if you took it. I know some of you guys got stopped out yesterday, or one of you guys did. That 160, 165.50 holds. All right. I like the move back up. Probably a little bit of sideways action here, though, for a couple days. Okay. So again, this 165.60 area holds. Look for a move back up into the ATH. Let's find an extension because I just taught you we don't have candles to the left up here. So we're going to take this move here into this pivot high. We're going to double click there. Let's find some extension targets, just like that. You can use the 38. It's not a big deal. Really, the preference is based on your amount of time in a trade, right? The further we make these targets away, the longer the trade takes. So if you're a guy or girl that likes to trade only for a day or two, it wouldn't be making sense for you to try to shoot for a 618% extension, within a 2-day period. Just doesn't make any sense. All right. So right now, identify that high, just like that. For me, it's set an alert. I wouldn't even want to do anything here. That's just me. All right. So create a at or below underneath that pink line, and then create something above that line. All right. And the reason why I say that is if we can get the market, and when I say the market, I talk about the ES a lot. If we can get the market to move above red to green, that's when I start getting interested in these type of plays. Then we know the bulls are in control, and what you could see is that move into this level. Then we flag here, and possibly on Friday you get the break, okay? Or Friday you get the breakdown. All right, very straightforward. There you go, Ron. There you go, man. Congrats. Congrats. Let's look at Tesla really quick. All right. Now you guys know this has got trendy written all over it. I gave you this a long time ago. It has all come true. We did really well on Tesla yesterday as well. Okay, look at this. Right here into the green box and up. Right into the red box. Okay. Now I got rid of my spreads yesterday right into here. Very beautiful trade. So I did put on some like crazy low probability. Some people call them lottos. I use my own levels and I call them low probability because the date of expiration is very close. And so it's a low probability trade. All right. So I did put on some 545s by 550s. You just never know. The, Tesla loves to move. And if they take out the high, man, it's like a charge of all these cars just coming. People are so pumped, man. And so we could see a huge move. What I want to do is just set my alert right over this high, right? Create alert. You like that? Nice charge of cars. I'm glad that you caught it, Sean. Let's go ahead and create alert at or above. And let's put the charges on. Haha, I like that. All right, so far as today though, okay, anytime we get in a red box, anytime you see a red box on my screen, 481.29 needs to hold. That's all you need to know. 481.29. All right. All right, I want to go to Amazon just really quick. Okay. I had a really good trade in this yesterday as well. Look, FANG stocks are just kind of sideways, unfortunately. All right, they're holding major levels, they're pushing up to major levels, and then they quit. I really was pumped when we took that trade. It almost opened up at the money, and then it pulled back really hard for those spread trades. We had a really good trade yesterday in this as well for equity. It is what it is. We had really good entries on equity yesterday. Let's go ahead and look at Chewy. Also took Chewy yesterday, got some momentum, right? Pushed up very nicely here. What I'm looking for is this pink line up here at 70.60. We got it inside and up developing on this Chewy. All right. ACDC setup, inside and up developed. Look at the wick right here, right into the trendy edge. Again, can't make this up. If you have the right indicators, lines, charts on your chart, right? This is going to really benefit and help you. All right. At least it gives you some sort of comfort. I can't imagine that, you get the traders, just naked charts. That's fun. When you get really good, I could turn all this off and I can visualize and see all this. But if you're new, it really helps to understand where really good support is and where really good resistance is. Okay. So again, if we can get over 70.60, this thing breaks out. Then we're looking up there towards 80.85. All right. But for right now, inside and up, it needs to hold 62 and a half. Okay. Yeah, let's look at BA. All right, so we hit all my targets and then came right back down, and then I took a low probability trade, and that didn't work. And some of you guys took the 200 puts, so congratulations on that. You guys get a kick out of going against my trade, huh? It's all right. It's all right. So we did well on it, and then I got a little anxious, and I was like, all right, man, this thing could really roll here. Regardless, you have these three soldiers. You could look at it that way. Push up into my last target to the tick, by the way, and then came back here. Far as this is concerned, man, this is kind of hard. We got these big gaps in here. What I would concentrate on is on the weekly candle money trees. And really, man, at the end of the day, if this can't get over 38% of this move, then I would look for sideways consolidation into next week. Okay. It's important though. This weekly candle needs to close up here, man. I'm not sure what's going on, but for right now, if it can't, it could sideways to down, drip back into this 9 EMA. How much of a delay is it? Somebody's asking me on Twitter, how much of a delay is it compared to other charts? I'm not sure what he's talking about. I've never had a problem in years. So All right, so here we go. For SHOP, again, 946, very important. We got some levels. Notice it stopped right at the Trinity edge yesterday. Okay, we open this up. You can see here, your major level is 931.50. This thing moves a lot. Weekly ATR is like at 113, folks. All right, when I see something like that, I'm thinking right away, your stop better be wide or your delta on your option better be low. Because if you are one that gets squeamish about percentage and you're looking at your option and you're like, oh man, I'm down 70%, this thing's going to kill you. All right, I'm just being honest. You want to learn how to trade these bigger beta names? Come and hang out with us. I'm going to show you some cool ways to use options in different ways that'll keep you in a trade and still be able to make you some money. And if you don't make money, then it's okay. You're not losing that high premium that other traders are trying to bid into, and then they get their feelings hurt. All right. We do that too sometimes, but again, you need trend. You need trend on your side. Right now, not much trending. Okay. Sideways action. Look at this, guys. Pivot, pivot, lower highs, higher lows. Remember this, lower highs, higher lows equals sideways. This is a sideways trend. In between here, we can make nice little trades, but just understand when you're buying something longer term, you probably don't want to pay that high premium in a sideways trend. Okay. All right. So one last one. I saw you up there, Raul, for ZM. Okay, here's some Fibonacci, just showing you how well Fibonacci can work. I gave you this yesterday. It came into the 618. The 618 is the golden Fibonacci level. Okay, as long as this holds, the trend that I'm measuring is holding up. It's not until we close under the golden fib, 378, that things start to look like crap for ZM. Okay, so ZM is still intact. However, yeah, the weekly 9 EMA, if we get some bids to come in, and this is why I was shooting for that spread, I would expect it to hit 440 this week. Okay? That's what I'm looking for. All right, guys, we have about 3 minutes to open. I'm going to go ahead and bring this up here to ES on a 5 minute. We're going to look at the PMZ, kind of get an idea of what we're looking at. I'll give you this scenario. This is actually called a negative neutral. Okay, negative neutral. So go to your dashboard and check it out. They give you the insight of what that means. I really like negative neutral or positive neutrals when you want to put on some OCO trades. Omer, did you find all the times you let us know? Damn it. He was right. I was wrong. All right, could you do me this, Omer? Do me this one. Next time you're going to make this 10x trade, I need you to private message me. Right? Go all caps, baby. Go all caps. Let us know. Yeah, John mode. That's right, man. All right, guys. So here we go. This is called a negative neutral. All right. So what we got going on here, we didn't quite come into my target. Okay. If we start to break down here, you could get a quick flush. We'll see if they want to make higher lows. Right now, they're making higher lows in a down range. Okay. I'll pop out of here. You probably see the list and back down. God, please, please, everybody, get together. Let's all think trend this week or for Thursday and Friday. Just give us that blessing. That's all we ask for. Give us some trend. All right, so bring your own trades, right? Today's Thursday, BYOT, baby. If you guys got a trade plan, I don't want to hear FOMO. I want to hear if this, then that, give targets and so forth, and let's rock it. Good luck to everybody. All right, guys, I'm going to trim my SPY for 50%. And then we'll keep one on there for a, let's see. Okay, there we go. Got my next trim there. And you can see that's coming in right here, just so everybody can see. We just trimmed the verticals. And we'll see if we get to trim some more here in a second. So if we break down, I'll keep these runners going for down here in the green box. Okay, so far negative neutral breaking out or underneath the PMZ. You could find a nice little bounce right in here. All right, so nice positive day. What's going on here? Oh, Tesla. There we go. These are up. That is weird. Wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. Give me 1 second here. Something's up. Go back to, let's see how much I paid for that. That's, all right, so right here, we might find a little bounce here, guys. Okay, I paid 31 cents. Ooh, okay. I got it. Let's see if I can sell at least one of them. All right, there's the breakdown. Let's go for that green line. At 73% on the SPYs, 83%. So the neutrals, guys, anybody that wants to know that's watching, I know I'm still on Periscope, but right here, as soon as it breaks down because it's neutral, you go short. Okay. If it breaks out, you go long. I love the neutrals. All right, so I covered all my shorts here, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to shoot. This is just going to be a low probability trade. I'm going to shoot for 35.24. That's going to give me, let me see, 20 more points, $2.50 to the downside. Okay, and that would put me at 352. 352. Those are $1.20. I'm going to buy those and I'm going to sell the 350 for 46 cents. Let's wait until we jump back up here though. Okay. And let me just show you guys how this kind of looks. So I'm going to wait until we jump up. They're coming in at about 44 cents or so. 42 cents. And I'm just going to buy a couple. Let me see if I can get them for 40, 35, somewhere in there. Come on, baby. So all you got is a double bottom there. Let's see. I'll buy right here. All right, so they just came in. You can see that buying at 44 cents. Just a spread to the downside, just a little bit of a hedge, you know. So far, nice green day though. Also, our Chewy's up as well. Um, so I'm gonna sell right here, so you guys can see my equity trades as well come in here. So you guys see that pop up here. Oh, this is the vertical. Sorry, live alerts right there. Sold my Chewy for 3%. Okay. Again, that last little hedge is just a hedge. Okay. Nothing big. I'm definitely net long here. All right. What's our space looking like this morning? Yep, yep. Looks good. I haven't even looked at it, man. I'm surprised you guys didn't ask to look at it. Oh, it's moving okay. Yeah. And honestly, those chewy calls, just keep them on, watch here. We bought at 270-ish. They're trading at 303. Don't let them get away from you. Chewy has a issue sometimes of giving it all back very quickly. So keep your eye on it. All right, space trying to move out from the PMZ. We'll see if this thing wants to move here. What is this? 23. That's only 10. That's 20 cents. And come over here. I'll just kind of start here really quick and see if it can move out of here. Just kind of leave it alone. And let's see right under here. Create alert at or below. Just like that. And kind of go away from this. Let's go back to the ES just really quick. All right, nice little pop right back into the PMZ. Remember, any line or any indicator I have is going to be resistance when it pops. So you can see right here, this probably would have been the better entry on my hedges, but it's all good. We already financed that third leg actually. All right, Chewy getting up there to 15%. What I'm going to do is all my Chewy options is just make sure I'm keeping track of these. Okay, you could put a sell in for those soon. I like 50-cent increments on anything like above $2 or $3, depending on how many you buy. So what I mean by that, I'm talking about the underlining option price. So if we bought at 250, trim out at 3. Some people, I mean, for 10 contracts, it's $500. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it adds up. Net, let's talk about it really quick. So on a weekly, so you do have it inside and up right now. So the way that I would trade this for an intraday approach is once it went bid above 63.85, I'm starting, right? Your stops are wherever you like it, okay? Wherever you like your stops. And then I would be adding if price can get above 90% of this, okay? So it looks kind of like this. Perfecto. Just like this, okay? So starters, and then I'm looking to add right around here, okay? So kind of like this. And again, this is all to people's personal preference, but sorry, this is an old one. I must have had some old targets on here. Now remember, the broad market's going to always be in control, folks. So you always want to be paying attention to our ES and so forth. So regardless if I'm showing you this, yes, there's some one-offs, but for the most part, the market likes to synergistically move together. All right. All right, we'll see if space can get up there. Already moving nicely from our entry. Also, we do have the options. So this is just kind of for fun to show you guys some, how to just take an easy trade. Blink is moving very nice. I mean, it's keeping the higher range, man, of this candle, which is very impressive. 14.99 holds. Looks good. Did we go over solo this morning? Yeah, look at this solo. Were you not in it? GS? DK and G? So I let go of DK and G yesterday, but I had the longer dated calls. Anybody keep that? Rob, I don't know if you're on audio. I might have a couple Robs now. I don't know. Okay, you see, my members are a lot smarter than me, right? I have the long-term spread. So I got DK and G 92 days out. Were we not spot on about this so far though? Right? This thing came down into the trendy edge. This is where I put on the spread, folks. Look how much it's moved since then. Very nice. Nice, Raul. Nice, Tony. Justin's doing his thing. Very nice. And somebody, Nav, you asked me yesterday if I'm still in Shack. I sure am. Okay. I trimmed quite a bit. All right. I trimmed quite a bit. Yeah, look at the DK and G right into, so this yellow line may be a little bit of resistance. So just know that. But man, this is a perfect AC/DC setup. I really like this. Here's the thing though, folks. This is the thing on those spreads. Time is a factor, right? You won't see your potential full gain. So what happens is if you get yourself into a good position, you buy back the short side. Then you just stay straight up long. Okay? That's up to you though. Yep, let's go ahead and take a look at Square. I'll give you a blueprint this morning. Okay, there's the neutral. It's trying to bounce. Now remember, what do I say, Mo? When the stuff comes like this, leave it alone, right? Leave it alone if you're not a starter. Set an alert above here. Okay, so we're going to set an alert here. So like my Netflix trade, my Amazon trade, and all that stuff yesterday, guys. All I did was do something like this. All right. I don't even look at the chart, man. It goes off on my phone. I take the trade. I don't think about it. I already have, everything set up and I'm ready to go. All right. Now this is a pivot, so I'd actually wait until we get right above there. It's about 194.50 or so. Okay. Yeah, but that's square. All right. So I'm looking above 194.50 or so. We'll come back and look at it. I'm not going to be looking at chat session. I need to go back into focus. So let's go ahead and start from WKHS really quick. Okay, so far nothing. I like it better over this. All right, inside and up on the 5. Very short term. Very short term. All right, BA at 205. Chewy up only $1. Let's see. What is Tesla doing? 497. All right, so here we go on Workhorse. 2243. That's not bad. I mean, see if we can get out of here, and then we'll try and put some stops under here. See if I can break this PMZ. There is a pivot in here that I'm a little concerned about. Remember, today are fast trades. Nothing too crazy. Okay, workhorse. Notice that the PMZ is resistance right now. So no trade yet. Set that alert, walk away. Let's go ahead and go over here to COTY. See if it's doing anything. Yeah, it's working out nice, right? 577. I'll probably take that here in a second as well. We'll see if it can move. And let's go over here to, just looked at square. Let's look at solo. All right, very nice trade right into T1 at 829. So congrats if you took that out of the PMZ there. Another nice trade. You can see my target's working, 829. And our next one, let's go ahead and look at Billy, B-I-L-I. These are all focus trades that we're putting on. Notice that the trendy edge is working so far. I would set an alert. Might try some PMZ trades today, just so you can get in the routine of fast trading in and out. We don't always do that. I like to swing trade as well. It's just, you know, nice, nice. Good job, guys.